Hello and welcome to the Silver Log, the 18th of June, 2011. And there's a couple trend lines on this screen. One from the 2002 bottom, covering many different significant areas, and the one from the August breakout that's with the January lows and now with the current bottom. What's interesting is how they have just currently crossed in here. And we're in a situation where do we break down? Do we go higher? Do we go sideways? And I think they really mathematically on a random level could all take place. But realistically, break higher would be a break higher, big one. When we zoom in on this, zoom in. Let's make this bigger. So if you're looking at this on a large screen, it should be very large. And we'll go back to just recently this trend line, which was resistance, became support. We're in this wedge pattern now, and it breaks it pretty early as the pattern gets decided, and a big move. Now it's come back to it precisely when these two lines cross. Precisely. Since that point, it has held the shorter rate of ascent as support the entire way, right through here. On the other hand, this one in here, for the first few weeks, it did hold it until even just the last week or so, it broke below it. Now, this thing could take us to 42 by how long? I could probably fit 4 more candles. We had 5 more candles, so another month or so to get to 42. And really, the big breakout again, get by this resistance level, 39.40 confirmed breakout. There's a lot of resistance there, and it's playing out as such. But if it happens like that because you had a big parabolic short-term move higher, big parabolic short-term crash later, and then consolidate like this with that of a higher low from this low, then that can be taken in as a bullish sign. But it has to pretty much be support as of now. Alrighty then. Let's move this thing back to its regular direction. And there's been other moves within this trend. You have this one in here. When you're coming off a big parabolic move like this is normal. This was 60% gain in a while. If we do go down to these levels, like 25, 24, 20, 22, any of those specific levels, then that's obviously going to happen probably is those big moves. So if you go from 22, you're probably going to go back up to 36 pretty fast. That's normal capitulation markets. Look at the Dow, 6,500 to 9,000 in no time. 8,000 in no time even, really. So we've had this size move on much occasions, twice. We had it here. This is this move, of course. Had it here, here, at the end here. So we have these moves a few times, and that's really what fueled it. The possible support levels, the biggest one is if we break down below, then we got this trend line, which would be right here. That's roughly now around $27 per ounce up to 28. And then on resistance, if we break higher, then we got this one, and then there'd be one above that too. It's probably about 60 something, and the big level roughly is about 75 as potential levels for resistance. What else? Yes, if there's a big sideways correction, the violent sideways correction I think would look most similar to something like this. Because that happens when you have a nice move higher, like in here, then you crash down like you do here, and then you just do something like that for a while. This was for 2 years. I don't think that's going to happen. It's mathematically possible, but I'm not counting on that. And even if I count on it, whatever happens is what's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to. With this trend line playing in as it does, or as it has been, if it does hold this, and we're going to find out very soon because it doesn't have that much time, just correcting sideways, that is. But if we do hold this now, and it's most likely a big move going above this. Because when I talk about roller coasters, it's for both up and down swings. So yes, we see the market go from 50 down to 34. That's part of the roller coaster. The roller coaster is going to go up. It's tough saying when, but it's been doing so, and it's going to continue to do so. And if you're buying on the dips, say back in here, you're like, okay, boom. Silver's at like 15.75. I'm buying. Great. Oh man, 14. Well, I'll buy more. 12. Yeah, I'll buy more. 8 or 9. I'll buy more. I guess I didn't buy here or here or here. And you got great prices because you were right within the dip. Even if you bought at 14 and that's it, you still got the bottom right because it reversed the trend after it was eventually done selling. So if you buy now, it goes to 25. You would still be right in calling the bottom at 36 because even though, say, it hypothetically goes down here, it reverses the trend. It's whether you buy here, 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 wherever, it's going to work out. Now, my suggestion is, or at least the way I'm doing it, is confident in realizing that fiat currency doesn't have value. I'm putting even extra confidence in the fact that people are, it's kind of basic that a fiat doesn't work. So well, I'm sure people are getting it on a day by day basis. If we can go with 1% of the population figuring it out and still surviving this stuff, then I think we'll be doing better when it's 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, upwards to 70 to 80%. We're nowhere near 20% right now. Not even close. Alrighty. If you don't know what fiat is, it's Latin for let it be done. So basically they're just letting them make this fake blah 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 and they're letting it be done. And this video is done.